Oh, welcome. I have revelations for you. I am the Moonchin King of the century, and I just happen to be Juror of the Amba. The Juror for you. I was Juror number 4. It was predicted. It was prophesied. For you, for you. I have come to spill beans, to kiss the perfumey, to smell the breezy. So, Johnny, going into this trial, I was very biased, extremely biased, and biased I should be. It serves me. It loves me. Johnny was suing the Amba for defamation of the century. He accused her of accusing him falsely of battery, sexual discrimination. And so it was coming to me, this misery. What a long 6 weeks of the trial it has been. And I was watching very snorily at all of the circus that was brewing in my courtroom. I was the jury. I was the jury. And my impressions, they swivel, they curse, they prophesy so much demonization. The demons, they come and they smell you. They tickle you in your bedding. They want to serve you. They want to kill you for you. For you. Amba! What misery. So, the highlights for me. Dr. Smeagol. He was quite a character. You finally someone interesting for me. It was very long and boring in that courtroom. 6 weeks all day. Not quite every day, but it felt like every day. Hour after hour after hour of testimony from witches, from goblins, from fairies, from trolls and ogres, and jolly fellows and friends. Quite a lineup, I admit to me. But I was the jury. I was in charge. I decide who is right and who gets the execution. So I took it very seriously. I will never buy a midget spinner in my life. But I was taught great manners by Mrs. Lorenzi. I was taught good protocol for public performance. So we had boring. But there were some very creative creatures. As I said, Mr. Smeagol, Dr. Smeagol. There was the friend of Johnny. He was called Happy Thanksgiving. There was the agent or someone. I don't even think she was an agent, but she didn't even know who Batman was. She knew nothing about the movies, and yet she claimed everything for the movies. She claimed she was an expert for the movie, and she didn't even know Jason Momoa was in Stargate. She didn't know he was Conan the Barbarian. But there was others opposing experts all the time. Who do I believe? You are an expert and you believe 1 + 1 = 1. And you are an expert and you believe 1 + 1 = 3. Who is the truth? Who is the tragedy? Well, the jury decide. The jury have the master performance. They have the magic. They are the savior or the composer of your doom. So, Johnny, he talks so slowly, and Amber, she is a heretic. She is manic. She is crazy. Who do I guarantee? Who do I slip the seeds of substitution and serenity? But in the jury, we were not allowed to speak to one another, only about our cups of tea and our cookies and our creamies. For 6 weeks, we could not utter a single word about the court case. Neither could we research anything online, on social media, in the papers. Nowhere could we discuss or absorb our right as an American. So I felt very badly. This has been going on for such a long time in history that every one of the jury knew something about this case before. They made such a big deal about not sharing the verdict about the UK, and everyone knew the verdict of the UK. What contradiction protocol is you? However, we were disturbed. We were sacred. We were curious. And we did not allow the baboons to throw the banana or the peaches. We had a sun upon our heads. It shined down against Johnny's lawyer, Kamal. It shined down on you. And then there was Amba and her lawyer, Elaine and Rotten Bottom. Rotten Bottom, what a name. Whose mother are you? Why did they choose you? He was born with your name. He consumed your name. I bet he even loves his name. Only a man called Rotten Bottom could love his own name, in my experience. No. I had to weigh up the evidence. And I was the jury. I had powers you could not possibly predict. I had the world watching, demanding results one way or the other. Although the vast majority were behind Johnny Depp, they felt great injustice. There were creepy crawlies on the jury who wanted to kiss Amber, who wanted to cook for Amber, who wanted to bathe Amber. they would not budge too much. So we had to compromise our dignity and sincerity. A bargain with the devil's little minions, his little mice. So we come to the judgment. And we notice no one came for Amba, only in deposition from video. And we notice some came for Johnny in person. Although there was a woman called Jeannie who was mysteriously kidnapped from her testimony. And we wondered what happened to her because she was very critical of Amba. She was going into her with claws. And then it was becoming very tasty to me. But then she disappeared into the mist of mystery. But since I came to realize there was suspicious activity going at hand. Apparently, Amba had a minion in the courtroom who was concocting plans to bring down the witness. And the plan worked indeed. How irony becomes a me. It was irony because they said she was watching the trial and they brought evidence, but they cut out the date. They removed the date from the picture on Instagram, so it looked like she was watching the trial, but actually that post was from many years ago. And then the judge asked her, "We could not see, we could not see." We had to look 6 weeks later. And the judge asked her, had she been watching the trial? And she said, yes, for you. So the evidence was manufactured, but she admitted she had watched it anyway. So that was a moment. Interesting being the jury. We cannot see everything. You saw more than I, and I saw more than you. Happy Halloween! It is always greener on the other side of the sun, as they say. So, this was my video explaining my life, my history, my contributions to science, and just this. I liked Kamaya. She was digging into Amba. I thought we would get a massive break of character, but it didn't quite get there as I would like. But still, it was a good performance. Congratulations, Kamal. You have been upgraded in your pursuit of career and hypocrisy for the century. You were upgraded to partner. That is a great honor. To you, more money, more congratulations for my destiny. So there was pies, there was beef, there was chicken and rice for the jury. We discussed hard. We discussed in detail, punching, kicking, bottle. They all had their fare. Oh, but there was no pictures. Well, there was many pictures, but just not pictures of much injury. And that was very curious to me. There was blood, but no picture of the blood. Ringed fingers, punching her crimes. But the injuries were so light and the rings were so heavy that things did not add up. Things were not consistent. However, Amber did win one claim against a lawyer by the name, I can't remember the name, but he was a very tricky lawyer. Was he speaking on Johnny's behalf? Or was he speaking for him? They decided he spoke for Johnny. Very confusing. I did not want to give her this, but they gave her this. And in return, we got 3. All of Johnny claims are good. So he won his claim in tragedy. She hit me. He hit me. They all hit me. The judge hit me. Elaine hit me. And Ben Chu and Chamomile, they both hit me. I was threatened. I was endorsed. But in the end, I ignored all of the tragedy. Everyone wanted to sue me. I told them I did not mean to do this. I did not mean to be this. But here I am today to tell you only falsities and lies. Because what really happened in the jury was much more disturbing than a cannibal or an ice cream man with their van. Ding, 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 ding. The witches are coming. The witches are a disgrace. But I saw things I will never forget. In this trial, Johnny and Amber cries, lies, destruction, doom, doom. The picnic was not happening. It didn't let me. It was not spicy. I I know where you're from and your values. Amber had a different hairstyle every day. Sometimes it was a croissant, sometimes it was a snail or an ass. Sometimes it was Princess Leia from the Goonies. Sometimes it was like Marge Simpson from My Family of what was it called? Family Guy. That's it. My Family Guy. Oh golly. I was Juror 4. I hope you remember me, all those who were there. I could feel your laser eyes upon my skin, looking for any sign of my thoughts and feelings. It's quite disturbing being sat here, feeling the weight of the world on you. Imagine how the witnesses felt with the cameras. Luckily, we did not have the cameras on me, so that was a relief. But there was still a lot of people observing from the corner of their eye, sometimes with the full focus of their globules. I think we made the right decision for you. I think it was just. I think it was good. Thank you for watching. If you would like more details about the trial from a juror's perspective, please let me know. I am sure there are things I could share further, but you may never hear from me again. And in that case, I would like to tell you, you do you. To you, to you. Farewell, my moonshins. Take care, my moonshins.